I'm on my way this morning to an inspection, and it got me thinking about two words: due diligence. Those words are crucial in your contract, whether you're a buyer or a seller. So I'm going to talk about the importance of those words and the rights that you have as either the buyer or the seller if you are under contract to sell or buy a home. Diligence, real estate agent with a real broker, servicing all of Louisiana, most specifically Acadiana if you're looking to buy. So the due diligence or inspection portion of your contract is crucial. It is so important for you to know that during your inspection period, part of your contract, whether you are a seller or a buyer, it is so important to know that your inspection period, your due diligence period, begins the day after the last person signs the contract. All right? So today I'm on my way to an inspection. I represent the buyers. The buyers have the right to hire any inspector that they see fit during their due diligence portion of their contract or their inspection period. Remember this, as a buyer, during your due diligence period, your inspection period, you have the right to have that home inspected by anyone that you choose to, and for any reason at all or no reason at all, you as the buyer can cancel your contract, and if you put down a deposit, you are entitled back your deposit. So today we are going to have an inspection. 99% of the time with my clients are moving forward and purchasing the home. Why? Because I am very proactive in letting all of my buyers know there is no such thing as a perfect home. There's no such thing. I don't care if the house was built yesterday or it was built 100 years ago. An inspector's job is to find things wrong with the home. The great news is the vast majority of issues that are found in a home are repairable. The vast majority. I would say 99% of the time my buyers move forward and we either ask for things to be repaired, they may ask for a price reduction, they may ask for money at closing to repair those items after closing happens. But your due diligence portion of your contract, whether you're a seller or a buyer, is crucial to know. So what I normally do is, let's just say we went under contract, today is Wednesday, let's just say we went under contract Monday. We are scheduling inspections as soon as humanly possible so that the buyers have the right to have it inspected. They know during their due diligence period everything that the inspector has found wrong with the home, and they have decisions to make. They can either cancel the contract if there's something so wrong with the house that they did not foresee, they didn't anticipate. The buyers have the right during their due diligence period to cancel the contract for any reason at all. But during that inspection period, they have the right to ask the seller to fix any items. They're back to negotiating during their due diligence period. So think about this. Let's just say we went into contract Monday. The last person signed the contract on Monday. Everyone's due diligence begins the day after everyone signed. The last person signed. So on Tuesday morning, their due diligence begins. On our contract, we have 10 days to decide what to do to have it inspected. It's crucial to have it inspected as soon as possible during your due diligence period. That way, all of those items can get corrected, can get addressed, and you're not losing time. So if on the contract, for example, we have 4 weeks to close, we don't want to be waiting to the last couple of days of the due diligence period to then be back to negotiations again, because that can possibly prolong closing. We always want to try to close on or before the date on the contract if all humanly possible. But all that begins with having your ducks in a row and getting it done in the quickest amount of time possible. So we're inspecting today. We're going to be back to negotiations again, and we're going to move towards the next step, which the next step is going to be order appraisal. There's a huge difference between inspection and appraisal. Something to remember is this: an inspection is absolutely not required by a lender. The only kind of inspection that is required if your clients have a government loan is usually what's called a WDIR, which is a wood destroying insect report, which comes from an inspection by a pest control company to see if there are any kind of active wood destroying insects on the property. That's the only thing that government loans generally require. An inspection is not one of those. I always recommend to buyers during your due diligence part of your contract, which is during your inspection period, you absolutely want to have the home inspected so that you know exactly what you're dealing with. So today I'm heading to an inspection. I love inspections because it allows me to see what condition the home is in. It allows me to have great conversations with the buyers moving forward, and it's going to be an amazing day. Listen, if you are a buyer or a seller, remember to know when your due diligence begins and when it ends. Know your definite rights. As a seller, it's important to know that during that due diligence period, the buyer can cancel that contract for any reason at all or none. Remember, in real estate, there are no stupid questions. The only way you will know the answers if you ask. I was a former educator before I was in real estate. I love teaching. I love educating. I love answering questions. So if you are thinking about buying or selling and you're not sure how to begin or what to do, what your next steps are, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Y'all take care.